Hey there, this is Jan O'Connor, the newest artist to release with Rixie. Check out my new song on digital platforms. It's called Best I Ever Had.
Got this feeling things could turn bad. I got that feeling, but I just don't care. No, I don't give a damn.
From Rixie, this is Feed the Jar. Another D&D podcast. This season, we follow the story of 3 adventurers as they explore the mysteries of Waterdeep. Episode 27, Journey's End. Hey everyone, there's a lot of explicit content in this episode. If that's not your thing and you got children around, maybe this isn't for you. But otherwise, enjoy the episode. Welcome back, boys. Back here at Waterdeep.
Every time. The meme horn.
So, last time you guys found the fucking horde of dragons.
No, well, there was actually a dragon in there. That
And
made
a
me
dragon.
happy.
Yeah, there was a dragon in there. You guys did some talking with him. Luckily, you were with Raynar, and he was able to add to your influence of getting the gold, getting the gold back to you guys and back to the city. And yeah, you guys had a good conversation with Oranax, the golden dragon that you
Barak,
met.
which is such a fucking like dragon name.
There's always X's in dragon names, I feel like.
Alduin.
After discussing that,
Alduin X.
After discussing that with the Oranax, you guys decided you were going to start heading out to see if you could figure out a better way to get the gold out of the vault. You started to go up, of which Reynald started to hear some light, really light walking in the distance, and you guys immediately retreated back down into the vault and hid along the wall.
Thank God.
That was a good call, hey, boys?
Honestly, you guys got very smart with that one. Props.
Hats off.
Because
My
you guys,
intelligence isn't worth nothing.
you jumped across the bridge and then you were like, oh fuck, jump back across the bridge.
Yep.
And yeah, so
Being a bitch paid out one time.
run away.
Run back away.
Okay, so you guys went down back into the vault and you guys stuffed yourselves up against the back wall. You guys noticed that a couple Zenorum thugs started to come down. They didn't really think much of Barak at the time, which is Oranax's dwarven form.
Mistakes were made.
So they started to provoke him, and Oranax just fucking wiped one of them out completely. And then you guys noticed Agorn come down the stairs. And then
Acorn.
you guys proceeded to take some shots on Acorn. Acorn, yeah.
Better name.
Yeah, it is a better name, actually. You guys started to take some shots from your hiding spots. You guys quickly dealt with them, but soon Manchun came down and blasted you all with a bolt of lightning. And then teleported
That shit
behind.
hurting.
Then teleported behind Oranax to see if he could deal with the dwarf himself, because he didn't see his compatriot get smashed against the wall. Soon after all of this madness ensues and this combat takes place, and you see Oranax change into a dragon again, you hear more footsteps start to come down the stairs, and you notice that a couple Harper agents come down the stairs, followed by Mert walking behind them. So with this larger force, you all manage to wipe out all of the Zenorums, and you notice that Manchun wasn't bleeding, but excreting some liquid. It almost looks like water. And
I don't know, man. Water.
through some investigation after the fighting was all over, you figured out that it wasn't, in fact, the real Manchun. It was a simulacrum, which is basically a clone, a lesser clone.
A little bitch.
Kind of to do his bidding and things like that. So Mert went up to Oronox. You noticed that they were talking to obviously try to figure out some terms on how to get the gold back to the city. And then that's where you guys kind of are about to get ready to leave the vault to go see Laurel Silverhand, the open lord of Waterdeep.
Was that the move?
Yeah, I think we were going to go and try to
wealth.
see if we can't do a little better than 15%.
You don't think we should go to try and fight Manch?
Well, we can tell her what's going on, and
I need
Laurel or her.
Yes.
I need a long rest though. Hey, I'm hurting. I got rocked by that thunder.
How much do you have?
So Mert walks up to you guys. He's like,
I don't know if we have time for
y'all fought well. I think we should probably get out of here. I think we need to find the open lord. Tell her we found the gold that was embezzled so long ago, and make sure it gets back to the people.
I have 2 things to say to you. Thank you. We did what we could. You were a great help as well.
You're welcome.
Sure
I
were.
actually, full disclosure, gentlemen, I had a scrying spell put on you guys the first time I met you.
Wow.
Everybody be scrying.
To be honest, it was for your own safety as well as ours. We didn't know if you would possibly become part of the Zenorum and get drawn into their
What'd you
web
hear?
of the Black Network.
I would say, you know
Well,
what?
we weren't scrying all the time,
Oh, thank God.
Forgiven, however.
but we needed to find out some information on you.
Which okay,
we
I'd
do
like
know
to-
that you are very, very, very skeptical of everything you see.
Somebody's got to be.
It's
okay.
it's quite all right.
Is
It's
it
all
cool
right.
if you I'm saying flip the switch on
Yeah.
that, turn that off?
Yes, we stopped as soon as we figured
How
out
did
where
you
you
guys
were,
do
where you
that?
found the vault. We have high level spellcasters at our exposure.
And we were just sitting there, and you guys were like, Alakazam.
Well, it's
It's kind
As
of
a
how
one
little
does.
trickier than that, but
yeah, but that's kind of how it works.
we can't
How does it
really
work, though?
we can't really disclose all of our
Yeah, I bet you can't.
techniques. That's
But
just dumb.
I thought
I
we
was
were
like-
homies.
I'm like, how'd you guys do that? And he's just like, ha ha. We just did it,
Okay. My second thing is that is somebody gonna be watching over this horde of dragons?
I
Because
think
man,
that dragon's probably got it.
I'm just
To
worried
be
'cause-
honest, I spoke with that dwarf, and he does air quotes over there, and he's like, I think he's more than capable of taking
Okay.
care of this place.
I was just worried the Manchun now knows where it is. Clearly, that was a clone. Big Manchun comes down, like real Manchun.
Well,
like-
maybe if we take the keys away, we can close the door
True,
too as well.
we did leave that shit open, and he wasn't. He just walked in. So
Yeah, that's how we got in as well.
exactly. Well,
I
we
didn't
thought
realize
if we
left that open.
if we closed it, I
It's
didn't
okay.
know how
It's
to get
okay.
out.
We tailed a couple of the thugs coming this way. We didn't see Manchun, which was really quite the surprise coming down here.
think he's holed up in Colette Towers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What's going on in Colette Tower?
There's a large force of guards over at Colette Towers right now. They're currently trying to figure out a way in with the magistrate,
True.
but they haven't really come to any solid conclusion yet because they don't know the full extent of his power and if it will wipe out most of the gardens water deep or not.
Okay, Mert. Follow-up question: are you guys interested in taking out Manchun? Or now
I mean, honestly, he is a blight on this
okay.
continent.
Because I'm thinking if we want to go in and stand toe to toe with them, we may need
may
may need
the
some help
Harpers.
from you, potentially even Vadra and her peeps.
Yeah, me and Dernan used to do some adventuring.
Yeah,
back
you
in
said
the
that.
day.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I think I may talk to Dernan. Maybe I need to.
Oh, Dernan.
Are you guys connected with?
I need to wet his pocket a little bit, but I have some coins for
Go ahead
that.
Are you
Wet it.
are you connected with the black staff right there, Vadra?
Yes, I know Vajra. We've had a past, but
I was thinking it could be sick to have a dope spellcaster.
she's working it. I know quite a few spells myself.
Okay, well, I've just seen you cut people in half when I say like let's question them. So
Well,
wasn't
I
sure.
mean, honestly, as soon as that came out of your mouth,
know.
it was coming down on him.
you
so.
were like full
You'd already
mid swing, dude.
made the decision
All right.
there.
That was no stab at you. I'm just making jokes. But all right, that's really all I was wondering. I think the three of us probably are not going to be adequate to deal with this situation.
Alone.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Then we'll definitely figure something out. But first, we need to go speak with Laurel. And Raynor's still standing with you guys. And he's
Sorry,
like,
the four of us.
yeah, and Raynor's just like, hey, I was here too. This is how we got in.
Nice job, Rainer. We couldn't have done it without you.
Yes.
And you couldn't have done it without us. We make a great team. I'd go to dap him up. Does
And-
he know how to dap yet?
Let me see. Yeah. He
Aw,
reached
dude.
across, he daps you. He's like, yes, I'm getting it this time.
Dude, that was actually really sick.
He's looking pretty fucked up, though, from the lightning bolt.
I'm just standing watching, eye rolling. Just like,
When I dap him up, how much is he low on health?
He was actually, yeah. You want to give him some health?
do it,
Yeah,
Jim.
when we dap him up, I lay my hands on
You
him.
lay them
I
hands.
give him 5 points.
Hell yeah.
5 points.
Not the whole thing.
I
Nice.
feel spry after that dap.
That's
Doesn't
spry
know why.
dap.
I don't even think I used any spells because I was going to, and then Manchun got fucking caked.
Yeah, I used 2 spells, it looks like.
So, I think unless you guys have any other business you want to attend to, we should go.
Yeah, let's head out.
All right.
Perpid, you in?
Yeah. I'm still a little worried that we should have someone guard. I feel like Manchun can get through that gate.
Well, if we close, I mean, he has to have the keys unless he's magic enough to break down this.
Well, the treeling is dead.
Yeah, well,
Shouldn't
clearly
the,
that
shouldn't-
wasn't strong.
Shouldn't some of the Harpers stay back and can
Only
we
a
ask
few
Mert
came.
to?
You know what? I'll leave a couple of my my agents down here in the vault with Oranax here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean it's gonna be like a couple hours. It's not that big of a deal.
Yes, I understand.
All right, let's get on the road.
Okay. Yeah, you guys come back up through the vault. You notice that the bridge is fixed,
Right.
as last time, and you walk across it. You go down. You go back through. You avert your gaze from the what is it called? What's it called again?
Oh, that mural.
Yeah, the mural on the wall. The
Were we gonna fuck that mural if we failed?
probably.
Okay.
I'm trying to fuck that.
And you guys
mural.
walk back through the doors, and you get back out to the main door vault. You see that cask of ales just chilling on the ground. You guys,
Should probably take that.
yeah.
Rainer, I snap my fingers. You think you can carry that cask? Okay. This time,
Let's do a team lift.
Yeah, can we fashion something so it's more of like I'm not carrying it on my back the whole time?
Sure,
All right,
sure.
You guys really want to carry this?
dude.
It's
we
good
paid
beer.
for ale.
It's good
Why don't we
beer.
just take the 2 other things?
We can bring it as an offering to Laurel Silverhand and drink beer while we.
No,
discuss.
well, let's keep
yeah.
it so we can get back down here. Let's keep it here. Let's pick up the.
But that's one of the
dagger.
keys, though.
Yeah, I
that's-
mean,
that's
but
okay.
you can take the other stuff with too.
You
All
need
right.
3. Let's take the silver dagger
Fine.
and the beholder eye thing.
All right,
Okay.
I really want the beer though.
You want?
we'll get it later.
I don't want to carry that shit.
You want to team lift it with me?
I
Where-
think
how
we're
far
gonna
are
have
we
to
gonna
bring
take
it back again.
That's true.
Anyways.
We can't drink it,
I mean, you
can
could
we?
try like hiding it in there somewhere. There's a big mausoleum. I mean,
Let's hide it behind one of the ledges of the mausoleum.
Okay.
Is there a ledge in a
Do a perception
mausoleum?
Come on, baby.
Come on.
It's a 7 for me. Do I find anything cool?
11.
Open spaces.
Unnatural 20.
Rayner actually got a natural 20, and
Right over here.
so you and
boys.
Rayner kind of spotted at the same time, and it's like this opening in the wall where like a casket was once at, but is no longer there for some reason.
Creepy.
So you could figure out that you could kind of like turn it on its side and then like shove it in there,
Shove it. Let's shove it right
shove it right in. And Raynar looks to you and he's like, he just nods his head, and he walks over with you, and you guys both kind of lift it up and then put it in that hole.
And I'm like, sleep well, sweet prince.
As you walk away from the door with all of the keys, the door shifts. And it's just a quick and then it quickly and closes again.
The vault is locked.
Good.
So, you guys make your way back up through the mausoleum with Mert and Raynar walking beside you guys. You guys walk up to the entrance of the mausoleum and you look out and you notice the wind is still blowing heavily. It's still snowing heavily. The skies are black. It's almost pitch black outside. You guys have been in there for a while. And because you had to go out and get the ale and come back and then go back in and then wait and then fight and then all this political bullshit talking to people, it took a while and it's now nighttime.
Time flies when you're having fun.
When you walk out, you notice that there are floating orbs of light all over the city of the dead. They're just like these little small like globules of light. They're everywhere.
I'm gonna ask
It
Mert,
looks like
Globules.
there's thousands of them floating at different heights, different areas of the city of the dead itself.
Is this something normal that happens?
Do a history check. All of you do a history check.
14.
I got a 22.
go to 0.
With a 22 and a 14, you guys would know that for some reason these are objects called drift globes. But for some reason, every night these drift globes light up and all move to the city of the dead and float there from the entire city. It's almost like a plight every night that these orbs come here and they light up different, like dim, very dim blue lights.
As long as it's not out of the order.
Guys, all
ordinary.
these orbs are weird as shit. What is this? These
But
seem
also
strange to
a
me.
normal thing, apparently.
Dude, they're
You're
called
saying-
drift something.
Globes.
Globes.
So are you saying this? We shouldn't be scared?
I don't think we should be
You
scared.
know, apparently it's normal. I don't know.
Historically speaking, this is something that happens even if we're not trying to steal a bunch of treasure.
Okay,
Hyper intelligent, by the way.
I'm gonna see if I believe them.
Hyper.
Dude, I got a natural 1. I'm not sure what to believe.
You are just totally shook by these orbs. You're worried that Manchun's around any corner. You just see these orbs, and these orbs are like this light blue color. It's the same color as that lightning that zapped you down in the vault.
Okay, I keep my hand on my war pick.
Yeah, you're ready to go at any point. You're hyper alert. Mert walks. He just doesn't even pay no mind. He just walks straight through the city of the dead. He's headed back towards the seaward, which is more like a little northeast, I believe.
I'm gonna stand like right behind Mert because he seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's just walking along casually. He's like, you seem quite shook.
These lights are weird, man. I never seen anything like this.
It's okay. They won't bother you. And
Could've
he just
asked
keeps
him
walking.
the whole time.
Okay, I trust Mert's word.
Just Mert over your boys.
Thanks for that.
Hey, man, he
That
seems to
roll,
know what's
dude.
up.
So
He cut Manchun.
you guys
real quick.
walk.
Well,
You see the
he
gate
didn't get the
of
kill.
the. You see the gate of the city of the dead, and you guys are about to walk through. Bowtag, you're kind of trailing in the back a little bit. You're a little bit behind them. Purple Fiddler's like right in front of you. They all walk through the gate, but Bowtag, you approach the gate, and as you get to the gate, you stop, and your eyes go white, and then suddenly you are in a black space. You don't know where you are, but you definitely still have your like senses and everything.
Besides him stopping,
forget
did we
the
notice
stone?
anything?
No, I got the stone.
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay,
So
sorry.
as this blackness encases you, and this is all you can see, in the distance you see a floating creature start to come near you. And it looks like some sort of like squid, but as it gets closer, you notice that it's got this bluish green tint to it. It's a large bulbous head with multiple tendrils coming off the bottom, with 3 large blaring green and blue eyes. And it approaches you and then slams into your chest. As soon as it slams into your chest, you get your vision back, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw real quick.
Is this allowed?
Is this allowed?
What the fuck?
13.
13. Okay, as this happens, you feel a heavy cold surge through you, but you put on that ring of warmth,
I did.
but it doesn't feel like it's on the outside. It feels like it's on the inside, and this purge of cold goes through you, and it's just the iciest feeling, and then it goes through your whole body, and then shoots up into your head, and then it goes into your brain, and you see like, you know those like push things that like that
Yeah,
show
I
like
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
images and one by one with the little
Yeah.
circular thing. You see like memories.
Old VR.
You see the memories of the vault, seeing the vault the first time, and then you see it vanish. You see memories of the gold that you noticed down in the vault, and then you see it vanish. And then you see all of you guys going in there, and the memory of that gold and that experience and any of the information that pertained to that vault disappears from your memory. The stone jumps off of your chest, lands on the ground in front of you, and singes a hole around the snow. You lose the +1 to your AC. You're no longer blinded anymore. You're no longer attuned to the stone, but you also no longer remember anything about the Vault of Dragons, the gold in the vault, or anything pertaining to what is going on at all with you guys being in this graveyard right now.
Yo, that's weak.
What
And then you
side,
snap
what do
back
I
into
remember?
consciousness. You remember everything
Probably up to the.
up to any knowledge that you had about the vault and the
So
gold.
probably when we were in the
in it.
library with Rainer,
Yeah.
or in Rainer's house.
You remember everything but anything that involved the vault itself and the gold inside of it.
And I'm like, where the fuck are we? Wait, wait, what's going on?
Why did
Do a
you
perception check real quick. Reynold and Purple Fiddler, do a perception check.
5.
20?
You are following Mert to a T. He's just going along, trying to get through the storm,
Actually,
and
19.
Reynolds going on with him. Purple Fiddler, you turn around, you see Botag frozen, and you see the stone literally like
Yeah.
it glows bright and then falls and then just goes dull again on the ground.
So I know I put 2 and 2 together at this point. You
I'm
didn't
like,
just throw
boys-
that off your chest, did you? You know what the Stone of Glory
Boys,
is?
where the fuck are we?
Why'd you just...
We were just in the library. Where the fuck are we?
Botag, why did you just throw the Stone of Glory into the snow?
I didn't touch the stone.
Do you know what the stone is? Do you know what that is?
I know what the stone. I know what the stone is.
Okay. We just were in the vault with the stone.
What vault?
It got us into the stone, or the vault of dragons. Dragons.
What are you-
Dragons.
What are you talking about?
At
We were
this
just,
time,
we were
Mert
just in the
stops, too.
library.
And Mert turns around and he
We were
says,
just in the
"What did they do?"
library. We fought that
I turn
guy, and
Do I do another perception?
now we're
You can
we're in a
walk back.
graveyard.
You can
you see
notice
where
him
we
now.
It's
are?
like snowing. Why
Alright.
the fuck are we out here?
Yeah.
What the
hold
fuck's
up.
going on, guys? We're on our way to see Silverhand.
He just dropped that the stone, and now he doesn't claim to remember anything about what we just did.
What?
Botag, Botag.
Is that allowed?
We just found all the gold. We are going to speak.
What gold? What gold?
We found the dragons.
the treasure that we were
the
looking
vault.
for this whole time. You know about that?
I don't think I do.
No.
Yeah, he knows about that.
He doesn't know about the
He
vault at
doesn't.
all.
He doesn't know
He doesn't know
about
about the vault, but
Okay.
he knows about
All
the
I
treasure that
know-
we've been looking for.
All I know
He doesn't know about the gold in the
is
vault
that
either.
we
So like that's just
we
like
met back up at
displaced
at
from
the
his
bar.
memory.
and
That's
then we
what
did
we've been doing this whole time.
What?
This whole journey, we've been looking for that.
No, you've had other adventures
Yeah.
and doing other
Okay.
things.
We like
So-
we went to the ruins of Estrange, and we like we talked to the talking horse.
Do you recall the? Do you recall
But
the?
but I don't know what you're talking
okay.
about. Like gold.
Look, I know you're saying you don't
the
remember.
city's gold, the city's treasure. Do
This
you
is-
recall any of that?
I literally have no.
This has been
I
a
have
big
no
piece.
idea what you're talking about.
So maybe this is why my father forgot.
Your father forgot?
Yeah.
I don't remember knowing about that.
Who's your father?
He
Who's
knew
your
about
dad?
the stone.
Who's your daddy?
Daggelt? Never
Daggle.
remember.
Yeah,
Daggled?
Raynar kind of walks up after seeing that you guys stop and have this conversation. He's like, my father, he forgot about this gold for a long time, but he knew about the stone holding the knowledge for the gold.
Can I ask one question, Rainer?
Yeah.
Did your father create the stone and the holding chambers? Do you know?
I believe he had some wizards do it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this is downright hilarious that your dad stole 500,000 dragons from the city, hid them, and then fucking forgot about it.
Well, he tried to control the creature that was in that stone, and he points down to the stone that's on the ground.
You knew there was a creature in it?
I thought you
sidebar.
all knew already.
Do I remember seeing that in my vision?
You vaguely remember the 3 eyes on the stone, but you can't really recall the
Bruh.
creature.
I feel like I saw something just a second ago. We were in the library, and then it went black, and I thought I saw the stone, and now we're here.
You took the time to get attuned to the stone, and we thought it would help locate the Vault of Dragons, which it did.
So that's
But
why
now
that's
you
why I
don't
have all
remember
this-
anything.
Let's all this rope on me. I got
We
a rope
fashioned like an
vest.
X-Men, an X-Men X across your body.
Why would we do that?
Those
Why
famous
can't I just-
adventures, the
so you can
X-Men.
hold-
Why can't I
So-
just put it in my bag?
Well, it got 15 or further feet away from you. We measured. That's why I know this off the top of my head. You would go blind. So we had to have it on you at all times.
That wouldn't happen.
It did.
I mean-
happened multiple times.
I don't think that would.
Well, it
happen.
never was taken off of you, but we tested it out.
Drac? You were here. That didn't fucking happen, right? And he looks up at me. He's like, "Are you serious? Were you
Dog
not here?"
speak.
So basically, you don't remember anything, but this whole time we've been doing it, 500,000 dragons. Rainer said we could get 15%.
That's a fuck ton of money, dude.
yeah.
We should get that money.
Well, we will, but
Most of it's going back to the city, and I look at you to be
no,
like,
dude. We should get like a lot of
dude, chill.
calm down. I know you're
We've-
new to all this somehow.
All right. Are we good here now?
Yeah, we're going to go talk
Boss,
to Laurel
Just
Silverhand.
follow us on this bow tag. You'll figure it out eventually.
And
I
then
trust
Mert-
you guys.
Mert
but
walks up and
I don't know if I believe you.
Botag, you see Mert, you see Raynar.
I'm gonna roll to see if I believe them. I think I believe them.
You're
I have
like,
no reason not to trust
you're
them.
really confused on why all of these people are suddenly around, and you're in the middle of the fucking snow.
But he remembers them. Right?
Yeah,
I remember
you remember
guys.
them.
I remember Mert. I know who Mert is, but where the fuck are we though?
City of the Dead.
What is that?
Crypts here. This is where we found the vault.
It's
Basically, Rainer's family, his mother's
site.
side.
I'm
a
confused,
big graveyard.
and
It's where
you
the
guys
gold
are
is.
gonna need to let me know more
Well,
as
you
the
know
day
what?
goes. Where are we even going?
Okay.
We'll give you information as needed.
All right.
Let's walk.
Hey, obviously, the stone did something to him. So let's just
Can
let
we
this
package
go for
up the
now.
stone and take it with us?
Yeah, I'll throw it in my bag. I have a small
Whoa, whoa,
patch
whoa.
on my side.
I would like to hold the stone.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If it's hurting my boy, I want to be
Okay.
the one to.
Okay, fine. That's okay. And he,
Can,
Mert helps you get the stone together and put it in your bag.
I have one follow-up question for Rainer real quick. Is the stone cursed, or is it just a creature lives in it?
To my understanding, he turned it into the stone. The
Okay.
creature was a creature, then
All right.
is now a stone.
I was just thinking maybe we could get it uncursed if that was the thing.
Maybe.
Maybe we can exercise it, but for now, we'll worry about that later.
Just exercise it.
Are we good?
Yes.
Are we
let's
good?
Be on
And
our
let's
way.
walk
Mert
it.
turns back around and
With
starts
great
walking
haste.
back down the road. So you guys go back through the city. It's really dark. Not a lot of the lights are lit up because they're normally done by
Lights are lit.
candles and things like that. And all the wind blowing has kind of put them candles out.
Can we tell where we're going?
Yeah, you guys are being led by Mert. Mert knows the city really well.
I'd like to keep it as low key as possible. I would, in any other situation, do dancing lights. But
There
if
is a
Montana
very dim glow coming off the snow from the moonlight overhead.
yeah.
It does get bright when there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, so it's still, you're able to still see slightly, but I mean, it's obviously a lot more low key.
Yeah. I
So
got
you
dark
guys-
vision, so
You guys make it through the trades ward, and you see a bunch of taverns lit up on the inside, and you hear some revelry on the inside. You walk alongside the trades ward, you see the castle ward, and you see Griffin Cavaliers flying around the bubble of the Kolat Towers that you can still see in the distance. Doesn't look like they've brought the bubble down or anything, but it's you see a lot of activity flying and going around over there. So you start to go through the castle ward and make your way into the sea ward. Once you get up to the sea ward, you guys come to a seemingly like it's almost part of the wall of the city. And there's a small gated door onto that wall. And Mert walks up and does like a weird knock, like an odd knock.
I'd like to perceive what kind of knock that is.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Because I'm just all sorts of fucked up. Perception, 21.
With a 21, yeah.
21.
You
21? I forgot that joke too.
there was a certain rhythm to it that kind of you were able to pick up pretty easily and remember it. I mean, I'm not gonna obviously do it.
Well, if we ever come back and need to break in, which we would never do, I would say,
yeah, that one works too. Or something similar
Classic.
along those lines.
These
But
are
you
all
catch
knocks.
it, and you realize that, hey, my memory isn't terrible. Okay, I can remember this pretty easily. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel a little more confident that it's not like you losing your mind.
I definitely feel that way
Yeah.
a little bit.
But after the knock, you see a slat in the door slides open, and you see a couple of eyes peer through. Slat closes immediately, opens the door, and you see a couple of city guards standing on the inside, and they're like, "Yeah, Mert, come on in. Laurel's down." So you guys follow inside. Mert goes, "They're with me," and they let you through. No issues, no nothing.
Pass him a hang loose sign.
Do a performance check.
Not my best work. That's gonna be a 6.
He looks confused at you and is like, "Is this?" And he looks over at one of the guards. He's like, "Hey, Bill, is this the new thing the guards are doing around town?"
It's been spreading. I know I did terrible, but I'm like kind of feeling good about myself right now.
You're just like, it's a grassroots effort.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys, you'll pick it up. It's a signal for any of the cool guards. I'll wink at
It's
them.
the cool guard signal.
It's cool guards.
they look at you confused and they're like, "Oh, okay, all right, on go." And Mert kind of leads you down, and you guys go down this long, like it seems like part of the wall is like the hallway. You guys go down the hallway. You notice that there's torches all along the hallway that are lit. And it lights up the hallway pretty decently. So you guys make it down. You take a quick right, and you find yourselves at a long downward staircase that's made of stone. So you guys go down this long staircase, and eventually the staircase turns into a spiraling staircase that still goes down, and it goes down farther. And there's torches all along the wall as you go down. So you get down towards the bottom, and you see, after a long corridor with doors on the right and on the left, there's a more ornate door at the end of a long stone hallway. And Mert approaches the door, knocks a couple times. "Laurel, we're here." And you hear from inside, "Yes, come in." And he opens the door, and you guys go in. You see this marvelous, like, beautiful flagstone, dwarven crafted stone all along the walls of this, like, inner cavern. And you see a large desk, and you see a woman, an elf, just draped in fine white robes with long blonde hair. And the robes are just garnished with like gold and silver that go all through them, along with purple and blue crystals that go through as well. She looks young, but you get the feeling like she's been around for a long time.
Elves aged extremely well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll to see how attracted I
Like a
am.
fine wine.
Natural 1, she doesn't do it for me. That's the third one I've rolled, dude. For bullshit,
You
by
gotta
the
chill
way.
on those rolls, boy.
At least I'm using them on bullshit. Anyways, I'm just sitting here thinking about how I still want to go talk to Vajra. Let's continue.
So you guys
Vaj.
all walk in and file into the room. Raynar kind of closes the door behind you. It's like, "Oh, hello, Laurel. Long time no see."
I bend down to Drac. I'm like, dude, where the fuck are we? What are we doing all this shit? And he's like,
She looks over at you, kind of skeptical. It's like, you don't quite know where you are right now, do you?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on, all right? I got a lot of questions.
It's quite all right. I hear you all did a good deed for the city here.
You know,
I think so. Yeah,
All right, and she looks at Mert and she goes, these are the boys, right? The orphan boys?"
I do know that.
yes, we are
Mert nods.
who you may be thinking of as the Orphan Boys.
So she looks at you and she kind of like sizes each of you up. She's like, "All right. So you found this embezzled gold
We found it.
that belongs to the city of Waterdeep.
It does.
Now, there's a lot of good this money could do, and I understand you are all adventurers looking for compensation. Meanwhile, Botag, you're like, money?
I'm
For
like
nothing?
drooling, and I'm like,
Hey,
You don't even
Botag.
know.
I don't-
You don't even know what you did.
Botag, why don't you sit this one out?
and I'm just like, yo, can one of y'all slap me one time? Like, I'm legitimately asking one of you guys to
I'll slap
me.
him. Do I need to roll for hit?
No, I'll say you slap him. It doesn't do any damage. It does more emotional damage.
Okay.
And I start to really, like, my eyes get a little wider, and I'm like, okay, this might be real.
You take three. you take three, like morale damage.
Yeah, my wisdom. I had to roll a wisdom saving throw on not knowing what the fuck is going on.
So, I have not discussed this with anyone in the city, but I think we could arrange some sort of payment for you finding this. I mean, obviously, it's a large sum of money. Now, I do understand that you are stationed in Trollskull Alley, correct?
Yeah, you may have heard of the manor. We've recently took over.
Yes, I'm
It's
familiar.
where we grew up. So
Have you heard the name?
No, I haven't.
he does know this. I'll let him have this one.
It's called the Talking Horse.
She like
Wow.
she like nods. She's like, "Oh, wow. Do you actually have a talking horse there?"
Yeah.
Fuck
Have you
yeah.
ever seen a talking horse?
And
You know of
Mert looks
Maxine?
over at you guys. He's like,
Yeah. Yeah, Mert.
Mert,
you know.
quick
"You bought
sidebar.
fuck,
Maxine?"
that's
You know
right.
Mert.
Look, it's cool. She
Forgot
she
that
can
was
still be
Mert.
she can still be an agent for you. Don't worry. But we bought her.
Okay.
We're boys.
When you say that, he's like, "You know what? It might not be a bad idea to have her in an inn like that."
Absolutely.
Yeah,
dude.
just don't like have her spy on us and shit. That would be tight.
I will say that I will not.
I don't think Maxine
I want to know.
is
I don't know if
capable
I
of doing
I do an
that.
inside check.
3. God, I'm switching my dice.
Oh, okay, 16.
With the 16, what'd you get, Perfect?
16.
Yeah, with 16, y'all both are like, I mean, she is an agent of the Harpers.
But we own
She's
her.
very loud. You do own her. You don't know. You don't really know
Is
if he's
she-
going to listen to you.
Might take a lot of apples to keep her mouth
Is
shut.
she knowingly an agent of the Harpers, where they just like we
She's
can get
gonna talk.
information from her? I don't think that she knows she's an agent of anything.
She probably doesn't.
I say to Mert, I say, look, any dealings you have with Maxine, you got to go through us, man. We know that that you got some spy work and stuff with her, but we purchased her. And
Reasonable enough.
I'd
You know
also-
what? I was considering having you all join the Harpers as well.
I was gonna say I thought we were boys. You gave us the pins. I think that it's time we upgrade.
It's always good to have more talented workers.
we can talk about that later. But you
Oh
know,
yes,
just saying.
of course. Sorry. Back to what you were saying, Laurel. And she's like patiently standing there with her arms crossed, looking at you guys.
It's been a long day, Laura.
Well, I have
Night.
dispatched a few of the
night.
guards to. Obviously, most of the forces are over at Kolat Towers.
what's going on over there?
Well, after a tip we received that Manchun's headquarters was up in Kolat Towers, we decided to send a large force to see if we could get in.
That was our tip, by the way.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I like low key in the back, like do a dab. Like,
You notice that she like looks at Raynor. She's like, because she got the tip from Raynor because
Right.
you told Raynor.
Yeah. So we're helping in multiple ways. I'd like to think if that gives you any plus ones in your
yeah.
book for us.
It does, and it definitely puts a price on your activities here, especially for the amount of work that you've put in. All right, I'm just gonna come out and say it. The city's willing to give you 15% of the gold.
Yeah, I'm
See-
good with that.
Whoa,
Wait, so real
whoa,
quick,
whoa.
let me just say,
Can I
You
get
know-
can I get a hard number on that? I'm still kind of in the dark here. What's 15%?
we did that. It's like 75,000, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So here's my
yeah,
thing.
It's cake, baby.
Here's my thing, is that we
You have
just,
no reference of how much money was there.
Yeah.
I know. He did say to me though in
Half
the
a million.
graveyard that it was half a
Okay.
million.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go out and say this. Look, I get where you're coming from, and you know we grew up here. Obviously, Troll Skull Alley was where we were orphans, and I understand that this money needs to go back to the city. But I will say we've been here for how long now, and we on our own found the stone, found the information, dealt with some Manchun,
Saved Rainer.
went down there, saved Rainer, and we found the horde of dragons that you'd have no idea about. I'm thinking 20% sounds fair. And with our new bar in Troll Skull Alley, we'll be giving a lot of money back to the city. Maybe we can hire some more people with that, insurance, create jobs, that type of
pouring
stuff.
it right back into
As
the
you're
city.
saying this, she's like nodding her head. But I want you to go ahead and roll a persuasion check with advantage because you're talking about a whole economic stimulus package here too. You're talking about providing jobs, paying taxes, like
There's gotta be
18?
something in there.
18. I'll say that is barely enough. I'll say that is just barely enough. She nods her head. She's like, I think 20% can be arranged.
I look at my boys and I say, "Scoop, I'm good
I
with
I
that."
lean down to Drac and I'm like, how about 25?
I look over at him and I'm like,
I whisper
No.
that so no one hears me.
"Okay." You know,
And he's like panting.
plus we
I-
gave you the tip on Colette Towers. I should have said that before. It didn't help. But anyway,
I took all of these factors into consideration, and obviously there was going to be a little negotiation room given your hard work into finding this, as well as saving many lives in the city as well, and murdering some.
yeah, bad people.
Bad people.
I get it; they're bad.
I know you want the guards to take care of them, but look, we had to do what we had to do.
She sighs and she's like, "It's more of a formality. If we let one group of folks decide that they're going to be the vigilante heroes of the town, they're going to go through killing everyone and taking out who they think is bad.
That's not what we're here for.
I get that,
We're here to help, bro.
We had a mission.
but you need to understand why the guards are tasked to do
Oh, I
what they
do.
are tasked to do.
I will.
That being said, I've dispatched some guards to go and find the gold itself and retrieve it. It's my understanding you have the keys.
We do.
Okay, would you mind relinquishing those keys, and I'll make sure that this gold is delivered.
Yeah. What were the 3 keys? And where do we get them? Do we
You don't
put-
even know shit.
we only have 2.
Okay, so
Guys, hold up on this. One of the keys is the cask of
ale.
what is it? Dwarven ale,
Dwarven ale.
elven ale. That's
Ale?
in the mausoleum. That's next
Beer.
to the mausoleum,
Did you
where
forget
a
what ale is?
casket used to be.
Why
That's
would-
one of the
Why would there
keys.
be
Who's got
beer?
the? What do we have? A gazer or a beholder eyeball?
Yeah, and silver dagger.
Silver dagger.
So you take this all out and kind
Yeah,
of
we'll
like
hand it
lay
to
it
her.
on the
Yeah.
desk.
Laurel seems trustworthy.
She's like, I really appreciate this, and I swear to you, I will make sure that we are made well on our payments to you.
Oh, I don't even think I need to, roll for that. I trust you. I said,
I'm in the back
I
and
trust
I
you.
roll for
Yeah,
it.
roll an insight
But
check,
I do want to
it's
say this too while he's rolling. Laurel, you gotta you can't just expect us to invest this into Troll Skull Alley.
14.
The city needs to invest in Troll Skull Alley.
Seems forthright. She looks at you. She's like,
We will invest.
I
And we
understand.
have invested our time and energy into
well,
it.
this money will go towards mainly the dock wards and fixing up those a lot because there's so many issues down there. But I do notice and see the parts of the city that do need to be repaired and fixed. And I honestly will be putting a lot of this money to good use. We do have a pool of money that we do use, but this will be a good stimulus
Oh yeah.
for the city of Waterdeep.
400K for you. I mean, come on.
Troll Skull's pretty those are hard streets. And
Well, I am in your favor now. You did find this for the city, and you are giving the majority of it. To be honest, a lot of people would have done the lesser and run.
It's too much gold. to
Drac
run
and
with.
Drac and I are in the back, kind of like looking around, but we're like foaming at the mouth.
As you look around,
20%.
like you see like a bunch of like weapons and swords on the wall. You see shields on the wall. You see a couple staves. You see a bow. You see you also see a couple bookshelves with what look like high cost spell books all over them.
Yeah, hey Laurel, you think we could get one of these books?
No.
Question: weapons on the wall. Any of them magic?
I do not necessarily have any magical items. These are more artifacts from my family.
Okay, very
But-
cool.
I could talk to Vajra. I believe she might have something in the works. I know she attempted to give one of her magical items to one of her disciples, but he just couldn't grasp it quite right.
Go ahead.
Can I ask you about an item that I have in my bag?
Sure.
And I pull out the corked bottle with the snake head and like I'm assuming the vinegar.
True.
And I'm like, do you know what this is? I can't remember where we found it, but
She takes it. She
I'm
takes it from
super-
you. She pops the cork, and she like looks at it, and she smells it, and then you see her eyes start to
She's
like,
hardcore.
and then she like snaps out of it. She's like, "Oh, this is definitely a potion of sleep.
Ooh.
This would knock out a very large fellow."
Can't put me out. Magic can't put me to sleep.
do you know how I could use it?
I'm not able to disclose any ways you could use this, but it's definitely useful in many ways.
I mean, it's a potion of sleep. So
You could go to get a good night's rest if you're unable to sleep.
This is like some, Z-Quill, if you will.
A sidebar. Do you remember where we got that?
You got it
We
off
take it off
of
of,
somebody. One of
I
the
can't
thugs,
remember.
probably.
Was it Acorn?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
That's fucking dope, dude.
That's why I tell you to keep track of your items.
well, I'm not going to put where I got it from next to it.
No, you don't need to, but just keep track of
No,
the
I
item.
know.
I don't need to
Acorn.
know where you found it.
Yeah. Anyways, that could be useful at some point. So, I mean, I could do with a good night's rest after all this. I try to make it sound like we're not going to do it and use it to put people to sleep.
So,
and then
if
rob
we're
them.
in agreement, I can arrange a transport for you boys to get back to your home.
That would be great.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want us to go to Colette Towers and try to help with this Machoon situation?
We've already faced him, at least a clone of him a couple times. I
Well,
ran away once, but
We faced him once in
Let me talk.
Yellowspire.
Let
That
me
might have
talk
been
to a couple of the City Watch, as well as a couple of the captains of the City Watch, and we'll see if we can. If we need any extra help, I will be the first. You'll be the first to call.
all right, that sounds great. Follow-up question, back on the magic items real quick. You think you might be able to use your influence to tell me where at one point I may be able to, find a place that might have magic items, not necessarily a shop? Any rumors you've heard of places that got some sweet loot?
I mean, honestly,
loot.
you could find anything here in Waterdeep, but you just need to know the right people and find the right places.
Sounds good. The closest to a magic item we've found is this folding hat that my man Purple Fiddler's wearing.
It's
here.
on my head right now.
Take it off and
Have
show
you
her.
ever seen
It
that?
folds.
Do it.
I tip my hat to the,
The handkerchief. or
leader
whatever.
of Wadham Deep.
The Open Lord, and she's like, "Oh, that is a nice hat."
Thank you.
Okay.
She looks
I
confused.
Well, I'm good here. I just, wanted to throw that out there.
I'm sure you could find them somewhere.
I just gave it some really
sidebar.
good money. Are any of these spell books for sale?
No, those are my personal spell books.
What if I just
Fair
read
enough.
one? We just read it. Put it back.
Do a persuasion
Can I
check.
rent it?
A natural 20.
Unnatural 20. She looks at you. She's like, "Well, these aren't for my personal study, but I do have some lower level ones that I could impart on you for about 50 gold."
Worth.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
do you
she hands you over a spell book with 50 gold, and I will tell you the spells that are in it later. What do you guys want to do now?
I think
6 hit points.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
her up on that and we'll go.
I want to take
take a rest, like go back home and.
I'd like to. Yeah, I think I'd like to go back and take her up on that offer for sure. And I need some health points.
Sidebar though, not sidebar, out of character. I'm gonna say to Botag and Perp Fid, Manchun literally. You don't remember this because you don't remember shit about pretty much when you had the stone in the vault, right? It was you.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Manchun, I thought, was it him? He said he knows where we fucking live. He knows where we are. I'm a little bit worried about just going straight home. Laurel, either would you be able to spare some guards to help us out at the
Even
house?
just like
or
one or two.
Or could we stay here?
I could
For the
post
night.
2 guards in front of your house, at least for the night.
Okay. Like I'm not talking...
He's telling me we might be in danger.
I'm saying like not low-level guards. Like some
this-
beefy boys. Manchun did how much damage before? Lots of damage, dude. We don't have numbers in this game, but I felt a lot of strong energy pulsing through me when he hit me with that lightning bolt.
She looks at you.
So
she's
this whole
like,
thing blows over.
well, currently Kolat Towers are surrounded by the guards.
As far as you know, there's
That
no
does
secret
not-
entrance, though.
That doesn't mean that he's not
It's
getting
very
out 'cause
true.
he sent out
This is
a.
very true. So what I will do, I will post up 2 of my, as you said, beefier guards,
It's a couple beefy boys.
beefier
Yeah.
boys.
and we will make sure that you are made safe.
All right, then let's make haste back to the crib.
Yeah. So
Let's haste up.
you see her. She moves her hands for a second, and then it looks like she's like thinking really hard. And then she's like, "All right, your ride is outside, right outside the gate.
Wow, it's incredible.
That's pretty lit.
Uber.
If you need anything else,
It's called deeper.
please
Deeper.
feel free to find
Uber.
me. Mert knows where to find me, and Mert nods his head. And I'm very open with talking to the people. That's why I'm the open lord of Waterdeep. There are closed lords, the masked lords of Waterdeep, and they do other things behind the scenes so they can't be influenced. But I am more here for the people. I'm not necessarily influenced by anyone in particular.
We are people, so I appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's
and
nice to
everything
finally
you've
meet
done.
you because you're going to be on speed dial.
Well, let's
You're gonna
not get
regret
over.
ever
Let's not,
giving
let's,
us your
let's not get
information.
out of hand.
You're going to be
here.
on Speed Bird. Speed Bird.
And you guys are led back out through the door, back up through the hallway, up the spiral staircase, up the long staircase. It feels like you were like a good 4 stories underground. It's about how far you were.
Damn, son.
There was no windows, no light. It didn't feel like a dungeon, though. It felt like more of like a base of operations for something. And they lead you back up to the main door that has the iron gate on the outside. And they open it up and let you out. Outside, you see a dray, which is this large, enclosed, like, cargo container that would, like, carries people, basically, around the cities. It's like a fancier wagon, more or less, pulled by a couple of, like, strong stallion horses. And in the front of it, you see a guard holding the reins and another guard sitting next to him. Both of them look pretty stocky.
Beefy boys. Hey.
And then you have one on the back, who's just kind of like sitting on like a tailgate kind of the cart. He's not in the actual like main compartment where people would sit. He's just kind of chilling on the back as the ride, and he's looking pretty beefy too. He says, "Oi, are you be the house we be watching?"
I mean, I think so.
We be the boys at the house you be watching. And I head past them the hang loose sign.
And I kind of imitate them like, are you the beefy boys?
That's a 22.
With a 22? Oh, yeah. It's been going around all the guards.
Oh, I know, all the cool ones.
He throws it up.
Beefier boys.
He's like, hop in. We're going to go over to your home.
And Drax sees my impression. He's like, he tries to do too. He's like,
I like to think I go and I dap him up, and then I have him help pull me into the cart,
Yeah.
and I sit by him.
Okay, so you're going to be sitting on the
You're not
back,
allowed.
though. You're not going to be on the inside. You're going to
You're not
be on
allowed
the
to sit
cold
by him.
outside.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, okay.
I'm gonna sit in the warm.
Looks like you're going to be my friend.
It's a cart. How warm is it?
It's a box.
You're looking like a beefy boy yourself.
Oh, I know, man. Look at me. I got this this sweet armor, but underneath, I got mad muscle, dude.
What's your name?
Mad. Muscle.
Reynold Hook.
Reynold. It's a pleasure to meet you, Reynold.
What's your name?
I'm Rion.
Rion.
Hey, you're finally awake.
He's a guard with the number.
awake.
You're trying to cross the border just like us.
And you guys make your way through the snow-ridden streets with the wind blowing and the snow still coming down. Reynold on the back, having a
Regretting
good
his
old
decision.
have a good old conversation with Rion.
The warmth of this new friend is keeping me.
You guys
pretty good.
pull up in front of your house, and you guys kind of like hop off. A couple of the guards they get off. They help you get out of the carts and everything. One of the guards.
I feel a little nervous, and so I look around. Me and Drac both look around.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
15 for me. 8 for Drac.
You don't see any like activity. It seems like a lot of people are inside. Your house is like there's some lights on in there, but they're like ambient, like kind of like summer flames.
Like
It looks
mood
like there's a
lights?
fire going, also, and you see your sign outside swinging.
Can
Cool.
I
It's probably just Lear.
can I investigate the door and see if it looks like anything like it's been broken down since we left? Or
Yeah, the
no
door
kick-
looks fine. On the door, you actually see like a small, almost looks like a sticky note,
We got sticky notes.
and on it says, "Under Mountain beckons. See you at the yawning portal."
All right.
Under Mountain Beckon.
I'm gonna read that out loud and say Undermount. Is that what we were told about that hole in Yawning Portal when we first met up again?
Oh.
I think
that-
they said something about there being some shit down there.
Are you guys going in now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go inside.
Yeah, we're going
Give me
inside.
1 sec. I'm looking up something else.
Looking up how you guys are going to die.
So, after Reynold pulls this note off the door and reads it to you guys, you crack open the door and the door opens slowly. You see Lear floating behind the bar. He looks like he's like wiping down the bar with a rag. You see Timmy, the orphan busboy.
Hell yeah.
He's running around.
Timmy!
He's running
Timbo
around
Slice.
like kind of like cleaning things. He's like, "Hey guys, so how you doing?"
I toss him a gold for his troubles. And I
Hey,
say,
and he
"Good to
catches it
see you,
midair. He's
Timmy."
like, "Hey, it's great to have you back. There was a lot going on down here. I didn't do much, but we got a few customers here earlier. I got paid. We got paid a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
we've been taking care of things really nice around here. I will say this place was much more creepy back in the day.
Yeah, we know we grew
Yeah.
up here.
Way more creepy back in the
Yeah.
day.
Let me ask you this, Timmy. What did we agree on your wage?
I don't think we agreed on any wage there, boss.
What do you want?
How about you give me a room, you feed me, maybe give me a couple drinks. I don't know what's fair to you.
Roll persuasion check. No, I'm kidding. Dude,
Uh,
I think that sounds pretty good. Also, like if you
I lean my head out to one of the guards. Hey, what's minimum wage here?
Minimum wage? Hey, I don't know. A lot of people get paid like $1 copper a day. I get paid like a decent, like 1 silver.
Per day?
Yeah.
Let's do one.
What about like
Silver.
1 gold a week? Would that be a crazy amount?
I wish I got paid 1 gold a week.
that's like
can do
3 more silver than
We can
you
do
make.
that.
Man, that is the best paid busboy I've ever seen.
And I flick them both a gold.
Oh, shit. They look stoked. Like, thanks.
What's the conversion rate to USD? Just like sidebar. Like $10?
What do you want it to be?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just curious.
I guess that's like $10. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I guess
It was
that'd be
a
like
simpler
$10.
I don't know.
I
'cause
need a dragon to USD conversion.
It was an older time. It was a simpler time.
So as you guys are having this conversation, you kind of like pick up your foot, Reynold, and you see that there's a letter underneath your foot.
Okay,
It's sealed. It
alright.
has like a little wax seal that
Hey, man,
has a
I-
D
I
on
picked
it.
that
Yeah,
up.
there's a thing on your
Thank you,
foot.
Botag. I'm too stupid to see it. I pick it up. I open it up. I read the letter.
On the inside, you see Evening Adventures. The name's Dernan.
Dernan.
And I slipped this note under your door when no one was here earlier. I'm the owner of the proprietor of the the inn and tavern known as the Yawning Portal. Let's get one thing straight. This letter ain't an invitation. It's a warning.
Oh, shit.
I remember you lot well. I remember when you broke up the fight twixt Yagra and those Xanathar goons.
Right there betwixt them.
And when you fought that troll that climbed out of the well all those weeks ago.
Yeah.
You're fine adventurers.
He fought the troll, but
Yeah.
And I don't want to see you throwing your lives away. The Yawning Portal is a splendid tavern. When I knocked down Hallister's tower and built the portal upon Undermountain's only surviving gate, I wasn't doing it to seal away some ancient evil. Undermountain don't just belong to the Mad Mage. He is it. And it's him. You'll understand soon enough if you go down there. I did when we first explored those damn tunnels. When Mert and I went down into Undermountain, we came out as rich men. Richer than any living soul had business being. And if I'm honest, he went and bought himself a mansion and made himself some fancy masked lord.
I'm going to do a real quick interjection. He's not doing a great job at selling us on not going in there, but continue.
Me, I built a tavern atop the Yawning Portal. The tower left when I knocked it down. For years, I ran that place, watching adventurers like my younger self go in, seeking their own reward, and oft only finding their doom. About a full century ago, I went to the Undermountain one last time, and I left the running of the Yawning Portal to my descendants, till I came up a few years ago with another pack full of treasure and bought the place back from my great-great-great-great-grandson. I haven't told anyone what I did down there for the last century, and I'm not keen to say. But let me tell you this thing. Things have changed in the Undermountain. Something's brewing down there. I can't say if it's a threat to Waterdeep or to the north. But if it is, well, it ain't my problem. I'm telling you all this because I know you. And I also know your type. You want gold and riches.
Yarp.
But you also want more. You want to get stronger. You want to unravel mysteries. You want to become something greater. It feels like a lifetime ago, but I've felt all those things before. I'm not worried about the whelps who go down the well with a chip on their shoulder. You know the type, just to win bragging rights for the killing of a few giant rats in the upper levels. Every now and then, one of them gets killed by their own ego, but they're smart enough, or cowardly enough, to know when to tuck their tail and run away. You go down there, and you won't ever turn back. You're dying to see the secrets of the arcane chambers, to speak to the disembodied presence of Hallister's lost apprentice. You want to see the mystical underground forest of Willowwood and parley with a kind-hearted dragon. You want to gaze into the stars and walk upon the surface of Selûne's tears. I only give warnings once. If you're still keen on dying in the darkness, let it be your decision. But don't let your need to thrills get you killed. Or your need to see just one more room. I won't be disappointed to see you at my tavern if you take this job, but I will mourn your descent. Here, let's make a deal. If you make it all the way to Skullport on the Sargoth level, that's the third dungeon level of the Undermountain, for the record.
Is that in the note? Okay.
For the record, parenthetically.
Find a place called the Guts and Garters. Find the proprietor, a tiefling who calls himself Quaytude, and remind him that he owes me money.
Quaaludes?
Yeah, sure. He owes me 100 gold,
Preludes.
plus about 20 years interest. I don't care how much money or about the money much. I just want to see how the old dog reacts. Come back and show me that you've got what it takes to make it that deep, and you'll have earned my favor. You do that, and you have a permanent room and table in this tap room set aside for you and your party at the Yawning Portal. And an invitation to swap stories with me whenever you get back. There's no valor in death. Valor is what you make of life. Yours, Dernan. Feed the Jar is a production of Rixie. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for sticking with us, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We had tons of fun creating this show. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating and leave a review. It really helps out. Look out for an after-show commentary coming next week. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.